Girl, hey back Wano. Hey, check out my phone camera. Uh, Flip you around. Richard's coming up. Hey, what's up, Richard?
Hi, Nathan. How are you today?
Good. How are you doing?
Nathan, today at work, I was expecting, 200 plus dollars, and I got, yo, yo, what was left, the money, from the federal return, my federal return, it was
Yeah.
$500.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
You gonna stick any of that away, or are you gonna get yourself something special?
Well, if I try to get a big flag to burn.
That's crazy, Richard.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Nathan,
Yeah.
Nathan, Nathan, did you know that?
Hey.
She put special makeup on her face to make it look like Antifa hit her, When she was
Katie
on.
Davis Court, you're saying put makeup on her face to make her look like Antifa hitter?
Well, like back in October, she came on Sean Hannity's show, and she put some kind of makeup on to make it look like.
To make it look worse?
Yeah, to make it look like Antifa had assaulted her. And that was all done by makeup,
I don't know if that's right or not. If that's the case, that's kind of messed up.
Well, Nathan, did you know who her bodyguard is? Ryan the Elephant.
Ryan the Elephant's Katie Davis Court's bodyguard?
Yeah.
Does he film or does he just come down here? Do you know if he brings like films with his phone or not?
I think he might film, but mainly he tries to protect Katie Davis,
Okay.
What is his last name,
I have no idea. I know who you're talking about, but yeah, I've never talked to him. I've just only seen him at a distance.
Nathan, I wonder if old Tommy's at home, checking all his like media.
Probably. We haven't seen Tommy in a long time. Well, he can't come down here anymore, but yeah, I think he does like a show from his room in his house now or something.
Nathan, how far back does he have to stay if he comes down here?
3 blocks.
Like all the way back to the brothers?
Yeah, like where you met up with me, or further even.
So, Nathan, if he comes beyond that, is that a violation of his probation?
Yeah, that's a probation violation. That's why you never see him down here. He goes to like Vancouver and stuff now.
What was a violation of his probation mean?
So they could throw him in jail or fine him more, or he'd at the very least have to go back to a judge and explain why he broke his probation.
So if he hits somebody, would that be a serious violation of his probation?
Yeah, that'd be big.
That would maybe result in jail time, right?
Yeah.
Nathan, how long does he have to stay on probation for? A year?
I think they said a year. There's a chance he could get off it in 6 months. He's hoping for 6 months, but I think it's probably likely going to be a year.
Yeah.
Okay, check out the stop sign. That's pretty good. Okay. Richard's getting mad at traffic. Let's get our shot framed up and I'll say hello to everyone. So how is everyone doing tonight? It looks like we already have 164 people in here, but only 15 likes. If you're just coming in, I'd love it if you hit the thumbs up button. It does help out the stream. Looks like So Tired was first in. Hey, So Tired. Hey, K-Girl. Bat Guano. Hey, Charlie. Hey, Mr. Bobino. Hey, Ethan. Steve Turner, this is outside the ICE facility in Portland, Oregon. We just got here. There'll probably be more people down here in a little bit. Hey, Bree. There's Richard over there across the street. I think we're going to reposition a little bit here. Get kind of back where we normally are. So we can film the people, and if ICE comes out, we can get a better view into the building. How's everything looking, sound? Sub mode? Yes, let me get it into sub mode. Subscribers only 1 minute. If anyone was chatting in here and wasn't subscribed, which I don't think was the case, all you have to do is hit subscribe, wait 60 seconds, and then you can talk again. You can always unsubscribe when you're done chatting as well. Sound slightly muffled. Okay, I have it under a bunch of clothes. Let me... Oh, where is it? Let me see if I can maybe put it up here. Does that sound better, Bree? One of the very few people that pronounce your fake name correctly. How would you pronounce it other than Bulbino? Building looks amazing in the daylight, has a nice Brooklyn vibe going on. Yeah, I could kind of see that. This building just looks wrecked these days. You know, that's all plywood. They could repaint that in, you know, an hour or two, or put new plywood up. But they're choosing to keep it that way. Which kind of goes to show probably the graffiti is making their point for them, you know. It does look like a building from a post-apocalyptic movie. I think especially at night. Hi, John Picard. Man, it is chilly out here tonight, or this evening. I can see my breath. So we'll see how this goes. I couldn't get the GoPro to work the other night, so I just threw a cell phone on a chest mount to record myself in case anything weird happens down here. I have it on a power bank, so it should be able to easily go 3+ hours. There's like 5 people over by Operation Inflation, kind of just some of the normal people that hang out here. Operation Inflation's not down here, or at least not set up yet tonight. So it's really just 5 people over there, Burrito Ferry down the block, and the 2 people in front of ICE, Richard and the bicycle person. Hey, Queen. How's your dad doing, Queen? I moved my mic up and out of my shirt. Does it sound better, by the way? Oh, man. We're all rooting for your dad. Hopefully he swings back. Okay, it is sounding better. Whoa, the memorial camp's gone and the bench is gone. Okay, we have to go over there and check that out. They completely pulled out the bench. So it looks like people are planting flowers here. Oh, I'm way too zoomed in. I'm sorry. People are planting flowers in this little spot. And then there's like a little memorial here with like a little, it's like the top of a bird bath. And the old memorial's not looking great, but they pulled the bench out completely. And now there's a couch here. I wonder if this was just cleared out or what happened. Well, Alex and Renee thing. Interesting. I didn't notice that last weekend. I'm guessing. Oh no. Oh. Those are nitrous canisters just strewn at the base of the tree. Man, Treeful's looking pretty good. They got the McDonald's guy up there, but his fries look like they got torn off. That is a nice sofa. It's looking pretty good for now, at least. YouTube gave out more. Oh, I missed whatever the gem thing was. Oh, a marshmallow high. Thank you, Rose Petal.
So, Nathan, is Mayday the next big thing coming up?
Mayday? I believe so, yeah. Yeah, I think Mayday is the next big event. You got something on your nose.
Oh.
There you go, you got it.
Nathan, what is it? Almost 2 weeks till Mayday.
Yeah,
Today's the 15th.
Today's the 15th. Hey, thank you for the happy poop, Mr. Bobino. 4,000 free gems. How many free gems? Anyway, that's 4K free gems. That's awesome.
Nathan, are they gonna have a big Mayday march downtown?
Yeah, I'm sure they will. It's the general strike. I'm sure there'll be some kind of march, and I'm sure there'll be something down here. I haven't heard like final plans.
Probably a lot of people will come down here, right?
I would imagine so, yeah.
And they'll definitely have the feds ready that day, right?
Probably. Hello, you guys are down early.
I mean, it's not that early. It's only 7.
It's light out.
Yeah.
I know.
It's
It
weird.
feels early.
I did come straight from work today, so. Would you like a burrito?
I would love a burrito.
My hands can barely handle it. This is all you.
Awesome, thank you. Oh, this is a heavy one today.
Yeah, the batch yesterday was less liquidy, I guess, when they went into the burrito, which makes them easier to pack and stuff.
Nice.
They worked out that way.
Oh, my hands are thanking you right now. My belly's going to thank you in about 15 minutes.
Thing for you with my car.
Oh.
It is not edible thing, but it is.
4,000 gems. Yeah, I think 4,000 gems. I think I get a penny a gem. That's crazy. So,
Nathan, I wonder where old Spider Mike is.
I don't know. We haven't seen Spider Mike in a good while. Hopefully we see him. Well, when did we see him this weekend? I think we saw him this weekend, yeah. What was that?
Nathan, Spider Mike
Clock it.
He said he's 58.
Spider Mike said he's 58.
Yeah.
He looks good for 58. I would have guessed he was younger than that.
Nathan, somebody told me, give me a link to find Katie Davis or Katie Davis court, just to look at her videos.
Oh yeah, on YouTube or TikTok? Do you know?
Yeah, because I she was down here on Saturday and people were throwing stuff at her.
Yeah, I remember that.
Nathan, Nathan, I think she has links to Donald Trump,
Oh, probably. When they bulldoze what, the ICE building?
What's that?
Oh, this guy was saying, what do we think if they bulldoze? I asked him, bulldoze what? Yeah. Katie doesn't come down here very often anymore, does she? Just like on big weekends.
Yeah. Nathan?
Yeah.
Nathan, 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 you don't know what me, well, my guys wish that they closed this facility down and they made it for a homeless shelter here.
You wish they closed it down and turned it into a homeless shelter? That would be a cool option.
Yeah.
This would be a good spot for a homeless shelter. They would never allow one in the South Waterfront, but it's close enough to downtown and kind of facilities and stuff, but it's still, you know, not right in downtown. This would be a good location for a homeless shelter, I think.
Nathan, if they close this place down and they move the ICE facility, if they move it down to the federal building, would people still come down to protest?
They'd go to the federal building. What's going on, Mike? Hey, Meow.
Nathan, a while ago you gave me an umbrella because you
Yes.
said a bunch of them like came when you ordered like one of them, and I don't really have any use for a tiny umbrella, but you do, so I altered the one you gave me.
Oh. Oh. Oh, that's so awesome. Okay, you have to check this out.
Not bad for hand painted.
Oh, it looks great.
No, it was acrylic paint and then I put glue over the paint.
Oh, cool. It looks like professionally done.
Oh, that looks so good. Yeah, so actually I got all the umbrellas because I was gonna put PretendMedia logos on them with my Cricut machine, but I couldn't get like the labels to stick or to turn out.
You just need to know artsy folks.
I guess. I was going about it the wrong way. Oh my god, this is so cool. Oh, I absolutely love it. And it might rain tonight. I might be able to use it.
Yeah, I think you're gonna want it. Here's the little baggie. The only gripe is the glue
It's a little tacky.
It's a little tacky, and that should go away, but it's just that's taking a while. So
I'll just set it up here until it rains. Oh no, that's not a good idea. I'll stick it in my thing until. I know, no Operation Inflation.
Nathan standing over here. I'm like, dude, what's he filming? And then there was just walking the bodega down there. So that's still not many people.
Does anyone know when the trolley stop was? The bench was taken out and everything was cleared out?
it was cleared out. Yes, it was
Oh, they
cleared
took
out.
the benches too.
They
Yeah.
pulled the entire bench out, yeah.
Shit.
They
I just realized that.
the benches weren't here when I was here yesterday, but neither was the couch when I was here yesterday. So the
Okay.
couch is new as of today.
Well, they said I heard that they were clearing out. I mean, they've been putting up signs or they've been putting up notices forever. And
Yeah.
the date was a few days ago. So I'm
Okay.
thinking, well, who knows when they're going to actually do it? And but I didn't know that meant they were going to clear the benches out.
Yeah, see, I haven't been down. I wasn't down here Monday and Tuesday, so it makes me really sad there's nitrous cans sitting underneath the tree there, like spent nitrous containers.
Those are nitrous cans?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. That's it's not great.
No.
I may grab them tonight and just throw them in the back of my car.
Looking pretty sad.
Yeah, it looks like someone built a new little miniature memorial, but the other one's fading. You know, I've actually been surprised that, except for those nitrous canisters, I've never really seen any drug paraphernalia down here,
I
you
mean,
know?
there's been the odd joint that's been passed around.
Yeah, but
we're
like,
not counting that.
Yeah, but
no
that's not-
needles, no
we're talking
pipes,
drugs.
not, you know, like,
Drugs, man.
I mean, I don't know how you feel about weed, but to me, that's a medicine. So, you know, but like you're saying,
or
like,
even like beer cans, you know, like,
if people police those up, they're worth money, you know.
that's true in Oregon.
And
People take
back when I
taxes.
was the camp and everything, the beer cans were more of an issue, and there were a few people who just got drunk and hung out here all the time.
Yeah.
That was more of an issue. And I think there was one guy in particular who just got drunk enough every night that they took him in and took him to the hospital.
Oh,
Well, I don't think there might be a cease and desist on that dude. And I know his name if you say it. He used
Get it
to,
worked out?
he used to hang out on the island up there. And
Oh.
always have either a 12 pack or a,
oh, I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
And he would battle with him a lot. He was a nice enough guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But that's sad because when I was coming here in the summer and it was nice weather, that's where I used to just kind of hang out. And there was a few people that I knew that
Yeah.
they don't come down here much anymore. But it was a nice place to just take the load off.
Well, and that was the thing.
It was
Yeah, it was.
Originally was camp, and then by the time I started coming, they moved it on the side.
Yeah, it was just a good place to sit down, regroup, you know.
Yeah, it sucks, man. But they would take, because that's still, I don't know what the date is it starts again, but
Yeah, that's still a trolley stop.
yeah, it's still running.
That is kind of a nice couch.
Yeah. Can you squeeze it in your car? No.
Strap it to the roof. No, it's nice to have. I mean, there's that bench on the corner there, but when it rains,
Yeah, that's the whole thing is. But in the summer too, because it was fucking, super hot.
yeah,
And it was not, shade, whatever. But and it was also like, okay, oh, here they come. You just
hop up
a
and
few steps, you could be pretty close to watch what was going on. A lot of guys I knew would, and then they would just run to the front line or whatever. And then it was impossible to sit there for a while because it was just shit everywhere.
yeah.
I mean, if they would have kept it clean, maybe it would never have been that much of an issue.
I got a lot of people angry at me for criticizing the whole thing early on when kind of people moved in down there, so I just haven't mentioned it since.
Well,
but
I'm not being. I think it's a good idea for people to be around and
yeah,
take care of the memorial. I'm not saying that, but it was just the fact that maybe I shouldn't say that. But
yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean. It's like if you're going to do that, then do that. You know what I mean?
Hey, Catherine.
Not just a flop. Pretty good views today, or
I mean, considering there's there's one person out front and a couple of us standing over here.
Yeah, well, I don't even know why I came last night. It was fucking miserable, dude. It was windy, it was starting to rain, and it was fucking cold, man. And there was a few of us just standing over there.
Yeah.
And almost nobody walked over here.
But there's not even anyone hanging out in front of the little reach thing there. Usually when it's this dead, there's still 5 or 6 people.
There's some people coming back, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I was hoping Freya would be down here. I haven't seen them for a few days.
I think Freya said she wasn't coming down tonight.
Well, it's good. I mean, if you're not going to come down, obviously these are Monday, Tuesday, maybe
Yeah.
Wednesday are the best days to lay off. Or, I don't know.
Yeah, Monday through Thursday, it's pretty
It's
slow.
a habit to at least come. For me, I just come.
Make an appearance.
Yeah, for a little bit and see what's going on. Obviously, Friday and Saturday are kind of, and then Sunday, like this last Sunday, I was kind of jazzed for the DJ there, and then I'm sure he was burnt out.
I never did hear. Yeah, I never did hear if he was okay or if he was just burnt out or if something else happened.
Yeah, I'm just assuming, but people have other,
yeah,
family stuff or whatever, life issues. you gotta. There's other things you got to do besides come over here. I was stoked yesterday. We waited till the day before the tax cut off. We finally went into H&R Block, and I was stoked that we ended up getting, even after the exorbitant fees H&R Block charges, we still ended up getting almost $300 back. So that to me, anytime it's a wash, we don't even have to take any cash out to pay the fees.
Right.
That's a win.
My taxes were lower than expected, but I didn't realize how many expenses were associated with this until I added it all up. I'm like, fuck, I'm spending a lot of money.
So you do the total, you itemize everything.
Yeah.
Ours is
for me, it makes sense, because I'm with YouTube, you're basically an independent contractor. And then So like it's broken up like my other money and this. But yeah, just for like this, I was just like, fuck, I spent how much? You know? Oh shit.
Yeah, I can imagine. But is it easy to like even keep track of that, or you like just got a stack of like receipts you keep, or
I mean,
is it all electronic?
you know, I just like went on to Amazon, went on to, you know, all the sites and just like pulled up
Oh, whatever.
invoice,
Like your, invoices. For the
you know,
year.
just like can I go through these tripods like once a month, May's microphone, you know, it's just like every month I'm buying, you know,
It adds up.
yeah, and I never really like, you know, it's like 20, 40 bucks at a time, but it's like every couple of days it
Yeah.
feels like I need something.
Now, does YouTube? You have to like download it, like to these. It's like a PDF or.
They actually sent me something in the mail,
Oh, really?
and it's weird. They lump everything together and call it royalties, which is doesn't seem like I can understand like the ad revenue being royalties. You know, like if it's ongoing.
Okay, but does it actually add up like the stuff that people give you separately?
No,
Okay.
it puts it all together and it calls it royalties, which was like weird on my it came out the same on my taxes, but I had to fill out like different forms that I wasn't used to. Just because they did it in like a really weird way. And then like, you know, someone was saying, you know, like no tax on tips, like are my donations tips? No, they call them royalties. So like, and they don't break it up.
That's not a tip.
So that's what I was thinking, like, well, maybe I can just call that all tips, but I couldn't because that's not what YouTube said it was.
Yeah, there was when I was doing Lyft, that was a kind of a nightmare too. There was a certain like you could either completely itemize if you drove for Lyft or Uber, or you could there's like a certain mileage calculation, and that seemed to work out better. But you know, and then you could add on a certain amount of miles beyond what it said too, because
Commuting.
you turn off the app and say you're deadheading back to a certain location.
Yeah.
It's not gonna tally those miles, but you still did them, and it's still considered work because then you pop the app back on. So I talked to the tax guy, and there was like so many miles you could add to it without it being like a red flag.
See, we did Uber Eats for like almost a year, and we tracked our miles completely separate from how they did.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, they only like track your miles to and from a run, like, you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, if you deliver to Vancouver and you have to drive back here to get your next run, it does. Yeah, you're deadheading as far as the trip, and they're not counting it, you know, and you can't write off.
You know, they wouldn't let me put like double it, but I would almost double it.
Yeah, because that's what you have to do is close to double it, you know.
I was like, because a lot of times I was making better money just by deadheading back to.
The guy behind the gate was waving at her.
Yeah, just being a dick. I would almost
piece of shit.
Pull out of the PDX. That's the thing is I would deadhead back there a lot.
Yeah.
From distance, but I would make better rides out of there.
Yeah.
And you know, it worked out sometimes. Sometimes it didn't.
As Uber Eats are. Oh, I'm good. Alright. Is Uber even like viable as a living? As a side gig, I know it's.
I'm assuming Uber is pretty damn close to Lyft because that's all I did was Lyft.
Yeah. Lyft is supposed to be better than Uber.
Well, that's the reason I did it. It was supposed to be better for a lot of different reasons. But anyway, that's the thing is it's in this environment, it's really not viable because there'd be days where you're like, holy shit, you know, like they would have these incentives like in these certain zones, and now you're getting 4 or 5 times whatever the customer's not paying it, but the Lyft would kick it.
Yeah.
Down. Like on like a New Year's Eve or big days or whatever when there are not enough drivers, and you're like, holy shit, I made $400 today. But when you would averaged out the slow days and the gas, the maintenance, your tags, well, you know, every expense, you started figuring out what you're making an hour, and it's below minimum wage.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, I had a 16 Kia Soul when I first started doing it, and it was relatively new. Shit, in a couple of years, I went through a clutch. That was almost $2,000 because I had a standard shift.
Yep.
And the tires, and I mean, I'm like, holy shit, man! It's like your expenses, but on a grander scale of something really fun.
Yeah. And when we did Uber Eats, it was the same thing. I mean, we tore our car up in a year or two.
The only thing I would say that would be better about the food, what really tears up your car is them slamming the doors, and
True.
you get to go to PDX and I had the Soul, which is a medium-sized car.
Yeah.
They have the option, if they know they got tons of luggage and a bunch of people, they get the XL car.
It's
a few dollars more a mile, or maybe I don't know, whatever. It's a little more a mile, but they're cheap, right? So you get there. There's 4 people, and they got like 6 fucking huge bags, and I'm trying to, you know, so you fucked up the inside of your car, everything, you know.
I'd just be like, here, put this in your lap.
Fine. Well, yeah, I had to do that before, and then finally I'm like, which pisses me off. So if you're at the airport, you're in a queue, right? So
yeah,
you go in and you're like, dude, I can't do this, and they get pissed. You're like, I'm gonna have to cancel. Well, then you're fucked, and now you got to go back and get
back to the end of the queue. Oh man.
Yeah, and you're like, so I'm pissed. They're pissed. I'm like, well, because you're fucking being cheap, dude. You know. And it's all expensive anyway. You know, I don't use that service.
No, yeah, same with like Uber Eats. Like you're paying twice as much as the restaurant. You know,
there's stoners. I mean, there's fucking just.
Uber Eats was like if you have a cheap car you don't give a fuck about that gets decent gas mileage. Like Friday and Saturday night, you can make like $30 an hour.
Yeah, no.
Sure like that's like gross, you know, like you're paying your taxes, your expenses, all that. But like you can only do that from like 7 to midnight, 2 nights a week, you know.
Okay, so that's what I will say. So is it viable as a part-time gig?
Yeah.
You know, like added revenue. But as your only means of making money, probably not. But people do it. I mean, so say if you were to drive a cab, I knew enough cabbies. The only difference is it's not your car, but you have to make a certain amount of money before you make $1 a week.
Yeah.
It could be $350 you pay for the car.
Yeah, my brother drove a cab back in the day.
You can make money, but then you're working like 7 days a week. And they can only pull out of the airport here every other day. That's why they would get pissed at like Uber and Lyft, the drivers, because you can go there anytime you want. And the cabbies, I mean, their service is a lot more expensive. They're making a lot more per mile, but they're also got more expenses. So.
Yeah, a lot of those. Yeah, they rent their cabs, and you know, like there's.
The ones that what's crazy is, have you ever seen a read up on, like in New York City,
the token or whatever
what they would pay to have that deal on their
like,
car?
Like $500,000 to $1 million bucks.
Like $1 million bucks.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you pass them down through your family and stuff. Medallion.
You're right. Yeah. I was like, shit, but that's. I don't know how that works now, but back in the day, I mean, I think that was considered a good living, really.
Yeah, if you guys are just coming in, I'd love it if you'd hit the thumbs up button. It does really help out the stream. Sorry, me and Mike were just bullshitting back here. I wasn't paying attention to chat, really. Thank you for the star, Ethan. Thank you for the 100, Marty. Yeah, this might be as slow as I've ever seen it. this time of day. Like later in the evening, like it's, you know, like
Yeah, expected
9
it.
o'clock, like people will clear out, it'll just be like one person. But
Storming and whatever.
yeah, but like on a decent-ish day, like this time of day, this is surprising.
Yeah.
I know I've heard from a few people that have said they're just not going to come down or not going to come down as much just because like the infighting and stuff that started going on down here, that they're just like done. And I hope that's not a large percentage of the people, because you know I don't talk to a ton of people down here, and out of that like small group, we're like, you know, I'm taking a break, I'm not going to be down as much, like
It maybe like limited to the weekends or something. Which
Yeah.
is what I was doing for quite a while. Just because I was just getting not only burnt out on it, but also it was such a one side against the other, not infighting, but right wing, you know, against left wing, and then it was all that, and then nobody was focused over here for
yeah,
the longest time, and I was just going like, dude, this is like losing its the reason for what's going on down here.
Yeah.
It seems like, you know, you got the right wing influencers that just want to get clicks, fucking ripped or whatever, and they don't seem to be coming down that much either anymore. You don't see them much.
Sometimes on the weekends, but not even every night on the weekends.
Dude, this
you
last
know,
weekend, I think I saw
Katie Davis Court and that
And
other
Ryan.
guy and Ryan were down here,
and,
but
the dude that lives in the building, that's like the security dude that was with them
Yeah.
for a little while.
but I don't think I saw like Ground Zero or any of those guys.
Portland Andy.
Yeah,
I was telling that the burrito lady that I was saying, hey, if you see a guy on a black
scooter.
don't ever give him another burrito. And she
Yeah,
was like, oh yeah, I mean, I can't. I go, you know, I understand, but I was I was watching the feed and I realized, well, I was down here too.
I know.
But
I
as
didn't
was
tell
watching
her.
it, I
and
rewatched the feed later, and like he just like he picked it up and like he threw
threw
on
it.
the ground.
Yeah.
He was just being a dick. He was hammered that night.
Oh yeah.
And I said, well, you wouldn't have probably known, but yeah, if you see a guy that looks like that and he looks like he's streaming, I'll give him a burrito. Don't waste your food.
I mean, I'd kind of say, yeah, like if someone's streaming and you don't know who they are, like either just don't offer or ask someone like who they are, you know.
I've heard her say before that she's like, she doesn't like to give food to like chuds or whatever.
Yeah.
Like people that she considers, especially, you know, it's one thing if somebody's kind of neutral and they're just trying to like, you know, but I mean, he definitely is.
No.
He tries to say he is.
Yeah.
Was he saying like, I'm just out here partying, like he was all fucked up, and like then he was sitting there dancing and shit. I'm like, oh god.
I mean, I'd rather that than like, you know, real violent people or people coming down talking shit and stuff, but none of it's, you know.
No, but I've seen him kind of stir it up to where he almost,
Yeah.
people are almost fighting. So, anyway. I gotta see what these guys are up to. At least
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys back on the corner. Are you
Yeah.
gonna do the usual, set your goal and see how long you stay, or?
Yeah, you know, I've made my goal every night but one when I've done that. So yeah, I'll be here either till 9 or 10. What is it? 7:45. Yeah. Okay, I'll see ya. You still think there should be a bicycle lock around the fence doors? So I was wondering if anyone was ever going to do that around the back gate, but Yeah, Sonny, it's a lot of there's kind of a new group of people a little bit down here that have, I think, stirred up a lot of dissent within the protesters, and that seems to be mostly a weekend thing. I'm actually considering maybe not doing weekends here anymore until I figure out some way to keep myself safe. I spent the afternoon looking online at different options. There's like pepper ball guns, basically like the same as the rifles the ice guys use, but they make handguns that fire the same pepper balls. That could be an option. They make, like flashlight stun guns. They make, just straight up tasers. I don't know. I don't know what would be the best thing to keep me safe down here. They all have their pros and cons, I guess. But there's options. They're all, pretty expensive. But the other safe option is just not being here on the weekends. And that's probably the safest route. But every time I come down here, I feel more and more uneasy. I do have pepper spray, but the thing is, like, a lot of people down here have their eyes covered and faces covered. So, that might work on some people, but I'd like something that works from more of a distance too, I guess, to just keep people at a distance from me. Worst things happen after I leave at 10 usually. And that's part of why I've always kind of left around 10. Unless there's like big groups of people down here, something going on. The mood of things definitely changes around 10. The music stops and the vibe definitely changes. Or at least it really did in the past. Alice air guns. Yeah, the new shift change does seem to be closer to 11. I don't seem to hit the shift change anymore when I take off at 10. Is the Alice air gun, is that like does that shoot pepper balls or BBs or pellets, or what kind of projectiles does it have? I like the idea of the pepper balls because I can fire it at people's feet and I don't actually have to, hit them with it, and if I miss, there's not a chance of it ricocheting and hurting someone else. I think pepper would be the way to go, and if I could get one that shoots I think it's 68 caliber is the size of the Byrna ones, and they make the really strong pepper agent. Paintball size. Okay, that's what I was looking at. Was The Berna guns are the industry standard, but they're like $450. But Saber makes like a cheap version for I want to say about $150. The problem with that one is you have to screw the CO2 cartridge in first, so it takes a minute to get it set up before you can shoot it. I'm actually starting my other phone up to look up Alice air guns right now. Alias air guns? Or Alice air guns? Alias air guns. Smallest CO2 pistol. Can change between BB, paintball, airsoft, and arrow. How much are these things, though? I'm not seeing a price on them. They look sick. I'm just trying to see 189. Yeah, you're only going to hold a round or two, maybe 2 rounds in that thing. So on Amazon, you can't have pepperball guns in Portland. Listen, people pull real guns down here and the police don't give a damn. So if the police aren't going to do anything about people pulling real guns, I don't think they're going to do anything about people pulling pepperball guns. I mean, just police won't come down here. Police won't respond to a single thing. So I figure at that point, I have to take it into my own hands. So this is what I was looking at, was this Saber one. That's like $180. But you have to twist the back down, or there's one other one. Oh, my phone's being so slow tonight. Or there's the Berna one. But yeah, the Berna one's like $429, which is ridiculous. But like, it comes in a whole kit like that, and it's the size of just a regular handgun. But at that price, I could also just get like a straight up taser from Taser, like a real actual like police taser, something like that. So I don't know, there's options out there, but once I figure it out, Mari, yeah, I probably won't talk about it. I'm just trying to figure out what to get at this point. Rubber or paintball, I'm legally able. So I think those pepper balls I think the pepper ball guns in Oregon it's the same as carrying mace. Is that blood? No, that's paint. Yeah, jungle. Tasers definitely. If I had to use the taser, it's a way more serious thing than just popping some burn up pepper balls at the ground, or even if I had to, shoot the pepper ball at someone. If I miss one shot with the taser, Steven, so the interesting thing about that taser is once you shoot the round, then it becomes a stun gun. So you can still use the tip, but yeah, a taser, it's basically one and done, whereas the pepper balls, I think they hold like 7 rounds. You can shoot one or two at the ground, and then you still have 5 left that you could, if someone's still coming at you. I want something that can, I can keep distance from someone. Yet instead you're in here watching this, Wolf King. And then there were none. There's probably paint drying on the walls of the ICE building, ironically enough. I mean, really at this point, the stream is much more about the chat than watching the gate or the hope that something's going to happen versus something actually happening. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 people hanging out on the corner, but I really don't want to go over there and stick a camera on them. Plus, it's not much more interesting. I'm gonna go grab those nitrous bottles so I can take them home with me. I don't like the idea of those sitting there. Jesus Christ, these things are heavy. I don't know if these are full or if they're just made out of steel, but I expected these to be light like aluminum cans or cans of paint or something. But those cans are heavy. Can I show that side of the building? Yeah, I can go over there and show the side of the building. We can actually take a walk down the tracks. I think it's actually way more vandalized than last time I was over here. Oh, there's some other people filming there, so I'll go down. And just kind of walk it like this. If they burn the couch, they burn the couch. I don't think anyone's going to burn the couch, but yeah, there's lots of free couches to be had. Oh, they painted over this side. By the way, there's nothing over here. Thank you for the 100, Marty. And this thing's my favorite. I always got to show this off. That's the fill the void project things. Oh, it looks like they're planting new plants in through here. And then someone's planting stuff along here too. So this will probably look nice. People were asking why they were raking and sweeping that up the other day. I imagine that's why. And we're back to where we started. Fill the void is definitely a cool problem, cool project. A pistol, pepperball pistol. The thing is to get arrested for carrying a paintball gun or a knife or a pepper gun, there have to be police, and there are no police here. The police won't come help you if you get attacked. The police won't come enforce anything, so it doesn't really matter in my book whether it's legal or not. If you're allowed to brandish weapons down here, if you're allowed to pull guns out, you know, you're not, if you're abiding by the law, you're not, it's not a fair playing field. Have a good night, Marty. See, at 475 bucks, I'd rather just get a Berna because that's kind of the gold standard. No, if I end up with something, I'm not going to talk about specifics, Urban. I'm just trying to get an idea of what kind of options are out there, you know? TR50. Yeah, it's just me calling America. There's a couple other people filming that are wandering around, a couple, I think, but yeah, not even Operation Inflation. I feel like that too, calling America. I do feel like this is a turning point, and I hope it's something we can navigate. Oh, it's starting to rain. I can use my umbrella Burrito Fairy gave me. Oh, it is a little sticky. Oh no. Oh, it unstuck itself. There we go. Isn't this cool though? Oh, I gotta zoom you out a little bit for this, I think. I absolutely love this. That's what I was gonna do with these umbrellas. I was gonna put little PretendMedia logos on it, and I tried and I couldn't get it figured out. I didn't try hand painting. I guess that was the key. I guess I don't have to be zoomed in on the gates right now. Let's try and go for an appealing shot. Is it bedazzled? Burrito Fairy, she painted PretendMedia on all the panels and then went over it in some kind of glue that's not totally dry yet, but she said over the next couple of days it should kind of harden up. Okay, so Bree was saying people can leave messages that show up like as subscribers. So did you just become a member, Rosalie, or were you a member already? Either way, thank you very much. It's nice to see me in chat. You need to pop in more. You totally need to pop in more, Rosalie. We love having you in here. Okay, so you were a member already. So this is a new thing, or maybe it's an old thing, but it's broken sometimes. If you're a member, every once in a while you can send messages like that pop up as if you're like, it kind of looks like you're becoming a new member, but then it's just a free way to basically send a message that looks like a super chat or something and gets my attention. So that's super cool. Sting ring taser. Oh, let me look that up, Cthulhu. So I grabbed a bunch of options and put them in my Amazon cart of things that I thought would work. So there are a few things in there. I got like the shooty taser and the taser flashlight and 2 of the pepper ball guns. Sting ring. Taser. Whoa, that sting ring. No, that's not the same thing, is it? That sting ring taser looks way cheaper than the other tasers. What's the catch? Now it disappeared. I thought I just saw one. Does it shoot? Oh, it's like a ring-shaped stun gun. Never mind. I thought it shot and it was like $30. Oh yeah, they make crazy pellet guns that you can like hunt with. Okay, I'm setting a goal. It's just a 15-minute goal. There's no one out here. It's starting to rain. Um, Either way, I'm probably not going to stay till 10. But if we hit the goal, I'll keep filming. Probably for like another hour or something. Otherwise, I'm going to call it early. So if you guys want me to keep filming, we've had no donations yet today, so I guess the goal's $30. Well, let me make sure I didn't get any Cash App or Venmo or anything. It does not look like it. That turtle's super cool. Oh, thank you for the stay hydrated turtle, Mr. Volbino. That was really fun. I can't believe we still have 200 people watching. 121 likes. If you joined us late, I'd love if you hit the thumbs up button. For everyone that's liked so far, thank you so much. It is pretty incredible to have 122 likes on a stream like this. I do appreciate that. I'm gonna grab my hand warmers out. What's this? Off the cuff, thank you for the $6.99 Canadian. I very much appreciate that. Thank you, off the cuff. So that was 510 US, which puts us 24.90 to go. I very much appreciate it off the cuff. Cheers to you, my friend. You out of here, Beck-Wano? Thank you for tuning in. Have a good night. Good night, Beck-Wano. Sandy can be a bit extreme, but there's no reason to attack anyone on your own side. Like that's what's going to tear this apart, as if people start attacking their own side. That's always a really, really bad sign of things to come. And I think that put a really bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. Oh man, it's coming down now. There's 5 minutes left on the goal. If you guys want me to keep staying out here and filming. Go knock on ice and say, let me in for the night, it's raining. I did not notice any of the graffiti being washed away, but we can go take a better look at it when it's light tomorrow and see if we notice any difference. Should smell better tomorrow. It doesn't smell bad down here. It's never smelled bad down here. Fresh air after a good rain. Yeah. I do love the smell. It smells great right now. It's that ozone smell, you know, when the rain first starts coming down, like the first couple of rains of the year. Two and a half minutes left on the goal. If you just want to help cover my expenses for tonight and don't want it to go towards the goal, you can always donate and just say you don't want it to go towards the goal. And I'll go home anyway. Really? Some people can't smell the ozone smell? Oh, that sucks for them. Oh! Sunny Days Dud says, gas money, you're dismissed, should go home and warm up. Awesome. Thank you, Sunny Days. I will get ready to go. These nitrous cans are too heavy for me to carry back to the car. I'm hoping, because I have my water bottle and my tripod. I'm hoping if I just kind of leave them by the curb, someone else will grab them. At least they're not under the tree. That just looked really bad. Okay. Let's start packing up here. Oh man, I had the most frustrating 2 days off. The first day spent 9 hours trying to get Bella Box working, which will be absolutely amazing when I do. It'll allow me to combine cellular streams and get a much better looking picture, but I could not get it working. And then I spent 4 hours the next day and then decided I was going to try a different operating system and spent another couple hours on that. On top of that, my e-bike broke. It was a crazy 2 days off, so I was actually looking forward to coming back out here and hanging out with you guys, which we did. We had a pretty good turnout considering no one was actually down protesting about half the time. It is always nice to come down here and hang out with you guys, talk to chat. I'll be back down tomorrow night at 7 as per usual. Let me pull up the donations. We did have a few. We had Off the Cuff with $6.99 Canadian and Sunny Days with $9.99. Thank you guys both very much for supporting the stream. Oh man, I was on top messages that whole time. If anyone else is interested in supporting the stream, I will probably actually get ad revenue for tonight because there was absolutely no music, but typically I don't get any ad revenue. I depend solely on donations from my viewers. I have a Cash App and a Venmo. They're both just PretendMedia, all one word. And I have a Patreon as well. You can become a Patreon member for just $5 a month. And that's patreon.com/PretendMedia. Those are the 3 best ways you can support me. Oh, I do have a Ko-Fi too, if you want to pay with PayPal or a credit card, and that's ko-fi.com/PretendMedia. But yeah, you guys completely fund this. I think it's important what I'm doing to have someone down here 6 nights a week, kind of no matter what, showing what's going on. There's other people that come down on the busy days, but I think consistency is important, and that's why I'm down here. Although been more like 5 nights a week, and I may be cutting back a little bit, but yeah, I think it's important. If you think it's important too, I'd love if you consider donating a couple of bucks either to my Cash App or Venmo or becoming a Patreon member. I will see you guys tomorrow night at 7. Thank you guys for coming out. I'll see you then.